Great special guest. We have Katie Gray, president of the Lakeside Players. Katie, nice to see you today.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Well, for those who don't know about the Lakeside Players, what is the Lakeside Players?
We are a local community theater organization that was founded actually 50 years this year. And we are currently the owners of the Rhodey Center for the Arts in downtown Kenosha. We have been the owners of that building since, I believe, 1986.
How did you get involved with the Lakeside Players?
My father was involved. So he was involved when Lakeside Players was still at Kemper Center, which is where they performed before the Rhodey Center. And I got involved at an early age just by virtue of kind of having to go down there when he was in plays. So I think I've been down there since I was about 8. So it's been 30 years.
And the Rhodey Center for the Arts is just a beautiful venue to perform there. Maybe you could talk about the building itself, what's in there, and or expand on that.
Yeah. So it was actually built in about 95 years ago. So it was originally an opera house. It was the Rhodey Opera House, and it was a one-stage theater, and they converted it to the Gateway Theater, which is I think what a lot of people know it as in Kenosha. And it was then converted to 2 theaters with movie screens. And then it sat dormant for quite a while until we got in there. And now we have 2 stages where we can actually perform shows. The Donna Wolf Staggerwalt Auditorium, which is the first place that we opened, and then Edward Skinner, I think, Theater Hall. I have to look at it. We opened in the early 2000s as kind of a black box theater. So for smaller productions, we do rentals of music groups there, things like that. Otherwise, before that, it was just sort of like the area we'd had rehearsals or just kind of that we stored stuff in.
Let's talk about the performances themselves. If someone wants to get involved, like in performing there, is there auditions or how does that work?
Yeah, so we perform roughly anywhere between 6 and 8 shows a year, obviously minus the COVID era. And we have open auditions, so you can come in and audition. We have children's shows, we have adult musicals, we have a mix. Like right now, we're doing Wizard of Oz, so that's obviously a mix between kids and adults, straight plays. And then we also do rent it out for some other theater organizations occasionally, and they have open auditions as well. So you can literally come in anytime we have an audition and get started in the theater. You can also volunteer if you have no desire to get on stage, which I understand. You can volunteer to help us with all the tech aspects, so lighting, any of the backstage work, or even just front of house, like selling tickets, running the concession stand, being an usher.
You talk about the upcoming performance, Wizard of Oz.
So we did Wizard of Oz about 10 years ago. It was actually my first show back for about 6 years when we did it. I had just moved back into the area and the director reached out. And so we did it. And then it's such a great show. And it's a show that I think everybody knows because of the movie. And so we decided to do it again. So it opens this Friday. I was actually at rehearsal for a little bit yesterday. I'm not a part of the show. I was just there, and it's so cute. The set is amazing. Of course, the whole cast is great. We have a live Toto, so we have a very cute dog who's our Toto, which is great.
Well, how can people get tickets?
So there's a couple ways. You can go to www.rhodeycenter.org. Rhodey is RHODE. Center is spelled normal. Or you can get tickets at the door. We do anticipate that a few shows probably will sell out because it is such a popular show. But typically, that is the second and third weekend. And so you can get them right at the door. Our box office opens an hour before the show starts. So for Fridays and Saturdays, 6:30, Sundays, 1 o'clock.
Looking for the upcoming productions? You said there's like 6.
Yes. So we have our next production is Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. And that will go up at the beginning of April. I do think technically it's the 31st of March it opens. And then we have not Wizard of Oz, Beauty and the Beast opening up in April, May. And our final show of the season is going to be Charlotte's Web.
Contact information. Is there a website that you can give out that people can find out for more information about?
Yeah, so you can go to rhodeycenter.org And then you can actually also email info@roadiecenter.org, and you can find us there. We also have an active Facebook page and an Instagram. The Facebook page is LSP Kenosha. The Instagram, I believe, is Roadie Theater. It's actually run by one of our high school volunteers because they're much better at social media than I am. So she
Okay.
runs it and she does a great job.
Well, Katie, thanks for talking with us today. And once again, the Lakeside Players is an excellent event to go to, especially with the Wizard of Oz coming out in February as well, and also the other productions. Katie, thanks so much for talking with us today.
Thank you so much.